Mohali for the second match of the 7-match series between India and Sri Lanka in the Videocon Cup series. Sanath Jayasuriya and Kumar Sangakkara will open the innings. With change in batting order, Marvin Nattapattu preferring to stay at number 3 this time around, and India just swapping with the super sub. Murali Karthik gets into the playing 11 and Srishant becomes the super sub, otherwise unchanged. Good afternoon, Ranjit.
Yes, very good afternoon to you, Siva, and good afternoon to all our viewers wherever they are. And the Sri Lankans, they've come up with Nuwan Soisa into their side. Got Nuwan Soisa in their side, and Nupul Chandana has gone into the super sub position, taking out Tilhara Lokuhettige. Probably the little bit of grass that is on the pitch and the fact that this pitch might favour the seamers has prompted the Sri Lankans to stay in with 3 seamers. That's Nuwan Soisa, Dilhara Fernando, Chaminda Was, and they've also got Farabiz Maruf. The batting's the same, so this game certainly going to be a bit of a humdinger here. The crowds have come in their droves, and the atmosphere here absolutely electric.
He's been batting quite well, Sangakkara, going up the order, and 2 left-handers, Jayasuriya and Sangakkara. If they get going, it's going to be difficult for the Indian team.
Yes, the Sri Lankans have made a change in their batting order. They've utilised the in-form Sangakkara to go in first. Also probably as the reason that Marvin Nattapattu has had a few problems with the ball coming into him, and the 2 left-handers might be a good ploy against Irfan Pathan, who really has been the man who the Sri Lankans fear most.
Pathan will start proceedings. 2 slips in place. Game 2 underway. Really depends on which team grabs the initiative here. Very good conditions to bat. The Indians will have to bowl extremely well. First runs off the bat, and Sri Lanka are off the mark. And so is Sangakkara.
Sangakkara certainly has been the man the Sri Lankans have relied so heavily on in recent times. This time just pushes it on the offside. He's got plenty of time to play his shots. And so Sri Lankans open their account with Sangakkara picking up the single.
Still the same field for Jayasuriya. 2 slips, 3 men in the ring on the offside, saving the single. Very much conventional. 2 on the leg, inside the ring. It's a deep fine leg as well. Big appeal. Was it too high? Billy Barron, the umpire.
It's very wisely Irfan Pathan just keeping the ball up to Sanath Jayasuriya. Even the best of players find the moving ball a bit difficult earlier on. There you are, the height that went in favour of Jayasuriya, above the knee roll, and Jayasuriya on his toes, as you would see, and just not much movement from the crease.
It's gone over the top, hasn't timed it too well. Third man getting underneath it, and he's picked up a wicket. Irfan Pathan picks up the all-important wicket of Sanath Jayasuriya in over number 1. What a way to start for the Indians.
Sri Lankans looking to cover as much ground as possible earlier on. Jayasuriya slashing at that delivery from Irfan Pathan. The ball leaving the bat and slicing it to the man at third man. He didn't really get hold of it properly. The ball was really not in the slot to be hit, and Jayasuriya making the man under it, and there he was, simple catch. Sehwag the catcher, and Sri Lanka lose a very, very big wicket in Jayasuriya. Jayasuriya goes without opening his account. Sri Lanka lose their first wicket for
1. He's found the gap. Sangakkara in full flow is a treat to watch.
That really was a fine shot. In fact, he waited on it. He waited for the ball to come into the bat and stroked it into the gap between the man at point and just square of him. Right into the gap. Just both fielders watching it go through.
and he survives. And he in fact gets 4 runs, Ranjit, for that.
Yes, I think very, very lucky. In fact, I think he just managed to get his bat down on time. End of the over, Sri Lanka 9 for 1.
And Marvin Atapattu picks up a boundary as well. That should give him some confidence.
That is the area that Atapattu is strongest. He loves it outside the off stump, and that was short, waiting to be hit. And Atapattu obliged. Very soundly hit. Certainly would give him confidence. He certainly needs a few shots like that. Fine delivery by Aggarkar. Probably a slower one. Ball wider outside off stump. And Atapattu just sucked into the drive, as you would see. Atapattu just chasing that. That delivery at 116.9 k's per hour. And the outside edge. Dhoni picks up the catch low down. A good catch. And the Indians are ecstatic here. So the captain Marvin Atapattu departs. For 4, Sri Lanka 13 for 2.
And that's very fine. Fine enough to get him another boundary. Boundary number 4 for Sangakkara.
Aggarkar having problems with his line to the left-hander. Sangakkara getting enough bat. And hitting it nicely fine.
Sanath Jayasuriya going without scoring. And then the captain who came in at number 3 following.
That's nicely played. Such a talented player, Mahela Jayawardene, just using the pace of Patania. And you can already see how quick this outfield is. No chance whatsoever for the man at fine leg. That's taken. Number 3 goes down for Sri Lanka. It's all threes at the moment. 33 for 3, and this is a big wicket. Jayawardene will have to depart. And the Indians at the moment on fire.
A disappointed Mahela Jayawardene walks away, and Sri Lanka in deep trouble. Just spooning that simple catch, came on the front foot. Tried to work it off his pads, didn't really come on to him. And Jayawardene pays the penalty. He's gone for 7 off 6. And Sri Lanka certainly in deep trouble. 33 for the loss of 3.
Wrapped on the pads, the line is good. Oh, did he get some bat on it?
That really travelled on hitting the pad. But Jayaprakash, of course, quite confident that it was not out. But Arnold certainly late on the shot. He was late on the shot in the last game, was bowled. And this time he's late again. Doesn't look like he got any bat on it. Certainly worth a shout.
Should get 2. But just seeing the surface already, I don't think the ball really is coming onto the bat as well as it normally does here. It's a little bit on the slower side. And I believe as the game progresses and once this ball loses its hardness and shine, it will get still slower.
Very nicely played, a shot of a batsman in form. You could see he picked it up and worked it away from off stump. And as Ravi said, that's probably due to the slowness of the track. He had enough time to get back and take it from off and put it to leg.
Again, good placement. It's such a quick outfield and is running downhill. And Sachin Tendulkar was struggling there as he was running after the ball. 3 runs comfortably taken. Was close. That's nicely played. Chase for Pathan, but the ball wins. Once again, showing how quick an outfield this is. The 50 comes up for Sri Lanka. This is well played.
Yes, that'll be a relief for Russell Arnold. Give him some confidence too. Was there to be chopped away and he did it nicely. Had faced 18 deliveries for 3 runs. And that boundary is certainly going to help him.
Oh, in the air. Just shot of Murali Karthik. India bowl extremely well. Difficult conditions. Could have well had another wicket.
That was the near thing. It was in the air for quite the distance, almost reaching there. The man, Murali Karthik, on the line. Bit of an afterthought there. Short, wasn't quite in position, Arnold, but went through with the shot. Fortunate for him that he didn't strike it better than he did. But India have done a fabulous job here. After fielding the needed early wickets, and they've got them.
Midon could come into play. Yes, Tendulkar. Another wicket. Sangakkara dismissed. The Indians are on a roll.
Well, this is disaster for Sri Lanka. Sangakkara, the man in form, who's playing well. Again, just can't believe it himself. I think it was, again, just not ready for that shot. Afterthought again. The ball swung away from him, couldn't quite control it, spliced it straight into the hands of Tendulkar, who's not going to miss these. So Sangakkara gone for 27, Sri Lanka 54 for 4.
Tilakratne Dilshan. New man in, a big appeal and he's given him! Bat first it was, the in-swinger from Pathan. Consecutive wickets and India can't do better than this. Winning the toss and deciding to bowl first.
Amazing. It's just the movement in the air that the Sri Lankans are struggling to come to terms with. It's got nothing to do with the wicket, it's just the in-swing, the bat going across, and that was absolutely plumb. Billy Bowden had absolutely no hesitation to adjudge that one as LBW. But to Pathan's credit, he is bowling the right line. Dilshan also gone for 0. First ball. It's 54 for 5 now, Sri Lanka.
Parvez Maroof, the new man in. He's got a lot of work to do, but Pathan is on a hat-trick. 2 Indian bowlers have done it before, Kapil Dev and Chetan Sharma. Both fast bowlers. Here's the opportunity for Irfan Pathan.
2 slips in waiting, but he's got to try and finish it on the stumps like Dilshan. I think his endeavour is going to be to curl it into the right-handed Maroof.
Saved it, in fact, gets off the mark. Parvez Maroof. This is a fast outfield, runs away to the boundary. So getting off the mark with the boundary is Parvez Maroof. Again an appeal. Was there a bit of inside edge? Was it too high? Enough element to doubt.
The Indians are getting everything their way at the moment. Just too high. going down the leg side as well. That's in the air as well, but that's going to fall safe. They'll get a couple.
Very fortunate. Parvez Maroof was surprised by the short delivery from Ajit Agarkar and was in no position to play the pull shot. Lucky to survive, and luckier to pick up two.
Indeed, the ball just came into him much quicker than he anticipated.
Then could be tight, directed. Dhoni doing extremely well. Bit of hesitancy on the part of the two batsmen.
Dhoni very quick indeed. That could have been close, yes.
Venugopal Rao was getting in the way. Man had silly point. The bat was in the air. Directed would have had him.
The outside edge going down the leg side, and Rahul Dravid has not made any mistake there. So that is a terrific delivery. Russell Arnold walks back to the pavilion. It's 6 down.
It's a great angle, bowling from around the stumps. Harbhajan Singh from that angle gets the ball to curve in to the left-handers. Great release, look at the seam, bit of curve. Batsman trying to play on the onside, closes the face of the bat a little too early. Doesn't get simpler for Rahul Dravid. He's safe as a church, and Harbhajan is ecstatic. The local boy picks up an important wicket. Sri Lanka struggling, 71 for 6. Chaminda Vaas wouldn't have expected to come into bat in the 19th over, but he's quite a handy player. Average of just under 15, 150 against his name. And he's got to bat well. Gets off the mark, Chaminda Vaas. Yuvraj Singh, the man at point, and he slips down as well. Chaminda Vaas, the non-strikers in.
Well, he had another run if he wanted it, but he just slipped on that verdant area next to the wicket. This was the wicket he got sucked into playing on the onside because the angle was into him. Played against the turn, so there is turn. That's evidence for you, Shiva, that there is turn. Ideal way of getting a left-hander. Must be very gratifying for Harbhajan as well as Dravid.
Maroof picks up a single. Also the field that you were talking about, the two men in the deep, was a deep square leg and a deep mid wicket, and then there was a mid-on. So there were wide open spaces for the single. That's exactly what Russell Arnold was looking at. That forced him to play against the spin, and boy, wasn't he delighted. It's quite a character, Harbhajan. And we need them in this game. More runs, this time for Vaas, and it's a boundary. 19 overs gone, it's 77 for 6.
Misunderstanding, directed. This could be trouble. Vaas walking back already. The middle stump has been knocked out of the ground. A nice flat throw by Ajit Agarkar. And the Indians at the moment can do no wrong. Number 7 goes down. 3 stumps to aim at. The centre stump goes for a walk. And so does Vaas. 80 for 7. Lights just beginning to take effect here in Mohali. Sri Lanka still in the shackles. They can't break free at the moment.
Sri Lanka certainly would be looking to try and bat out these 50 overs. Got 25 more to go, and that's a big ask with just 3 wickets in hand. And if they do that, they could really get up to something like the 200.
Two sounds there for sure. Went to him very quickly. Venugopal Rao is standing there. And once again, turn bounce for Harbhajan Singh.
Again, lovely seam position, as you see, very much from the bat, but went quickly to Rao, put it down.
Nicely played by Upul Chandana. He'll pick up 4 for that. So that's some joy for the Sri Lankans. Very nicely put away short, and that's where it should have gone, to the boundary. And on the Sri Lankan performance, I think the batsmen, they played poor shots. Give full credit to the Indian bowlers, but it's been poor batting from the Sri Lankans so far.
That's again trying to play against the turn. It's a little slow turn, so it's not an easy shot to play onto the onside against Murali Karthik.
We saw Russell Arnold do that against Harbhajan and sneak it to slip. Chandana got a thicker edge, and that's what saved him.
2 slips waiting there. That's the arm ball, and it's an appeal. It's also been taken, so there's no inside edge. Maybe the big foot forward. Bit of doubt in the minds of the umpire. It was certainly headed in the right direction.
Yes, it was that big step forward, and perhaps just outside the off stump as it knocked his pad.
He's got him. Yadav has done it for India, and Rahul Dravid, a tame dismissal, trying to force the issue. Maru just playing on the rise and straight into Yuvraj's hands at point. So number 8 walks back to the pavilion for Sri Lanka.
Perhaps frustrated at the fact that he was not scoring runs. Maruf trying to hit on the up, only able to find Yuvraj Singh, and Sri Lanka now 104 for 8 as Maruf goes into the pavilion. It's drinks on the field.
There is an appeal, and he's got him. Well, would you believe it? JP Yadav is on a hat-trick. Very well bowled, over-pitched, straight onto his feet, and he's got his man.
A perfect delivery to bowl to a number 10 batsman. Yadav is all smiles, and why not? Luan Soiza coming in at the fall of the 8th wicket. Ball pitching right around Midland leg stump. Soiza unable to get his bat to it. Umpire Jayaprakash says yes, that's going to hit Midland leg stump. And Luan Soiza walks back to the pavilion without scoring. And Sri Lanka now 104 for 9 wickets.
There is a good hit to save the hat-trick. 4 runs. It's 108 for 9. That's in the air, but that'll get him runs. Harbhajan didn't pick it up. It wouldn't have mattered even if he did. That is a great shot, played over extra cover. He made room for himself and got 4 for it.
An unorthodox Murali, that's what he is. And it's not easy when he's in this mood, because you don't know where his feet are going to move and where he's going to hit the ball. So it becomes very difficult for the bowler to direct it into a correct spot, because he goes all over the place and hits the ball in different directions.
That's more runs. That's another boundary for Muralidharan. Using his feet, attacking Yadav. Down to the square leg boundary for 4.
That's exactly what I said. The first one he moved away from his stumps and hit it onto the off. Now he goes down this track and hits it onto the leg. Will unnerve any bowler, and that has given him 2 boundaries, and this so far becomes the most expensive over in this innings.
They've cleaned him up. What a performance by India this. 122 all out Sri Lanka. That's after Dravid won the toss and decided to field first. They meant business from the outset. What it also means is that India will bat before the break. Have a look at the crowd. This is how the last man was dismissed.
Playing against the turn. Murali should know better than anybody else. Turn and bounce, clipping the top of middle stump, and that's a spinner's delight. Harbhajan is bowled extremely well.
A terrific team effort by India after they put the Sri Lankans in. Sri Lanka lost early wickets, never really recovered.
With Jayasuriya gone in the last ball of the first over, then Marwan Atapattu just a single boundary in his struggle was well caught by Dhoni. Low catch off the bowling of Agarkar. Jayawardene flicked a square leg, good easy catch from Venugopal Rao. Russell Arnold was deceived by a beautiful ball from Harbhajan Singh, caught by Dravid in the slip. And then Parvez Maroof was out there for a long time for his 18, and Chandana, the super sub being used, got 19. 10 extras, 122 in the 36th over.
And a terrific bowling card for the Indians. Once again, Irfan Pathan amongst the wickets. 8 overs, 4 for 37. Good support from all the other bowlers. Majid Agarkar, 1 for 27. Jaiprakash Yadav, he'll be happy with this effort, 2 for 32. And Harbhajan Singh, I think, is bowling better and better with every game, especially after having started bowling around the wicket to the left-handers.
चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए, मैं ये
If you were Sri Lanka, that's take wickets, nothing else. Forget containment. Men in catching position and go for broke.
Yeah, the Indian batting destroyed the Sri Lankans in the first game. It's the Indian bowling now. So things looking good. And there's the duo. Huge roar from the crowd. Tendulkar and Sehwag. Tendulkar, another milestone. 350th one-day international for the little master. th match. And look at those stats. Average of just under 45. And strike rate 86.2, the best of 186. Only a genius can achieve this. He's still got a long way to go.
Virender Sehwag will be the man who'll take strike. 700s, 1850s. He's got off to starts in recent times, but not carried on to make the big score. Great opportunity for the Indians here to make a huge dent into the psyche of the Sri Lankans. If they can win this game comprehensively, then it'll take something special from Sri Lanka to bounce back. He is a class act. Reliable, solid, been around for a long time. He'll be looking for some swing early on.
Quite surprising, they just started with a single slip and a short mid-wicket. Just made the point, Ravi, that you've got to bowl the opposition out. This is a strange field. Sehwag will go at anything that is there to be hit. refer to a second slip in place. Off the mark, and this is a fast outfield, and good work in the deep. Indians underway, and so is Sehwag.
Yes, there's only one way he'll play. He'll look to be dominant from the outset. Now that is a boundary. India off the mark, not with 2 but 4. I think the third umpire not being asked for there. I think the third umpire can step in really on the walkie-talkie and should be able to get Billy on the walkie-talkie and tell him that that was a boundary.
Yeah, the correction can be made, isn't it? Because Sehwag picked up 2, he's still on strike.
He's got hold of that one. In the gap and into the boundary. 10 for no loss.
The whole of India been very happy with the return of the little man, Tendulkar. Even happier getting 93 in the first game. People here in Mohali will expect a good innings from him.
Well, he's gone off the mark and strike. That's banged down the ground with immense power. It was in the air for a bit. Nice way to get off the mark. Nice confident strike. Good to see when Tendulkar hits with that power.
And he hit it straight as well. Last ball at 131, but I'm sure it disappeared to the fence at 200 case.
That is a good hit. That's 4. Short ball, and he's gone for the pull. Sehwag this time.
This pitch can be very unforgiving when it's short, and Sehwag really has been waiting for the short one. So he's looking to try and dig it in, really not getting that bounce, and Sehwag making merry at the end.
Well, Sehwag is just the ideal batsman for these low totals. Sometimes these very low totals have a uncanny knack of actually stinging you. Stranger things have been known to happen in cricket. You sometimes tend to feel that you've got enough time, not lose wickets, play, risk-free cricket. But Sehwag, the situation doesn't affect him. He plays his normal game.
Quite right, Arun. I think totals like this tend to, at times, make you a little bit more defensive. But one gets the feeling that Sehwag continues to play in his own inimitable style.
Field changes taking place. There's a deep square leg in position now. Fine leg has come up. He's gone for it, and this time fine leg. And it's gone the distance. 6 runs to Sehwag. Fine leg had just come up, and that's where he played the shot.
Nothing is holding Sehwag back. There was a man down at deep square leg. There was a man down at deep fine leg. And the short one, Sehwag took it on. And right over the man at deep fine leg.
Brilliant hit. So he's going to play his own aggressive brand of cricket. 18 to him, just 12 deliveries. This time he's gone over the top. Wide of third man, 1 bounce out. So 4 more for Sehwag. You can't bowl short to him.
Sehwag on a roll. Nuwan Sois are getting the treatment. He's been bowling short. He needs to try and keep it up. The Sri Lankans looking to try something different on Sehwag, but Sehwag certainly up to it. This time outside off stump, and he punishes it through the offside. In there.
That's his favourite shot. Doesn't try and keep it down. Very deliberately plays it over the top. 4 more. There was nothing wrong with that delivery, Ranjit. It's just the mood. These two have decided that when they come into bat, they're going to attack. And things seem to be going their way at the moment.
The crowd really going berserk. They're standing on the seats and everything's happening here, and it's now Tendulkar's turn. Just bashing at the delivery from Shamin Nawaz. It was in fact a good length delivery, but that was hammered through the mid-wicket region.
Runs, very deliberately played into the gap. That's tremendous timing. It might go all the way. This is a fast outfield, and it does. Not more than a gentle push, but it's run all the way to the boundary.
So they're dealing in boundaries. Tendulkar is through and through the offside. Just a gentle push into the gap.
That is very cheeky indeed. No fine leg in possession, and Sachin has just paddled that fine for another boundary. This is very, very exciting stuff.
Sheer artistry by the great Sachin Tendulkar. That time pitched outside off stump. Just look at the way he just took it across. Dealt with it in real artistic fashion. Well, the Sri Lankans really have their work cut out here.
Oh, that's been put down. It's a difficult chance. It was hit hard, but it was in the air. Well, Marwan Atapattu it is, who got both hands to it but couldn't quite hold on.
It went like a bullet past Atapattu. Atapattu to his left. Really didn't have much time.
No foot movement at all, but that was a cracker of a shot.
Nuwan Soiza, his strength is movement, and he should explore all possibilities of getting that.
More runs, and that might run away for another boundary. 50 up for the Indians at the end of the 6th. 50 for no loss. That's a great record. 386 wickets of 252 matches. 7 for 30. We'll need something like that today. Well, that's greeting Muralidharan. They're going to attack him. Sachin Tendulkar so quick on his feet. Reaches the pitch, and a very, very straight hit. What a wonderful shot.
But the Indians are wasting no time whatsoever. Even the great Muralidharan is taken on. This, no doubt, would be a good contest, but you would see the Indians certainly having the edge.
For more, a glorious off drive. This is an absolute treat at the moment.
Shot number 1 was over the top, and the next one more along the ground, getting to the pitch of it, slightly in the air for a while, but right into the gap.
He's gone over the top. That is handsome. That is a wonderful boundary for Sehwag, right from the meat of the bat.
And once again, enormous power. Sehwag this time going over the top. Again with a great deal of power. Not much movement of the feet, but bat meets ball.
33 Sehwag, 31 Tendulkar. He's gone over the top as well. 4 more. They are really turning on the pressure. 11 runs from the over. 8 gone. 71 without loss. Oopsie. He's got his man. Maroof has got him. In 2 minds, Sehwag with that big backlift, whether to go over the top or not. Changing his mind at the last instant. Only managing a very, very soft dismissal back into the hands of Parvez Maroof. So Sri Lanka have broken through. It's 80 for 1.
Yes, Maroof's persistence and good line paying off. Rather soft dismissal from Sehwag. Maroof picking up that quad and ball quite easily. So the Sri Lankans at least could tell themselves they've already picked up a wicket. Sehwag goes quad and ball Maroof for a well-made 38. India 80 for 1.
Down the track, gets hold of it. One bounce over the rope. And what's good to see, India not just going through the motions. They know Sri Lanka on the mat. And they're just driving home the advantage. Excellent use of the feet. He's a hungry boy, Harbhajan. He won't have to put his pads on, he would hope. Lovely shot. Superb placement as well. Wasn't all that bad a delivery, but it was struck on the up. And once again, what's the balance?
Absolute beauty.
Well, he goes after that. He doesn't quite time it, but that will take Tendulkar to another half-century. You can see what a difference he makes to that Indian dressing room. Another top innings. The champion is back. No doubt about that. Yes, 43 balls and 10 boundaries punctuating that knock of his.
As Ravi said, he didn't really get hold of it, but still it was in the gap and had enough legs to travel to the boundary. Salutes to the dressing room. Another feather in the cap. Consecutive half centuries in the series, and he's certainly on fire.
Bang, down the ground. That's 4. The 100 comes up for India, and that's come right out of the meat of the blade.
Maruf could hardly move. He had just about completed the follow through when the ball just flew past him. Couldn't even get a hand to it. That was timed to perfection and hit with tremendous power. Murugaran obviously wanting to try and keep Tendulkar quiet, at least one over.
Hit it hard again. Great effort in the deep. Jayawardene, the man in the deep. It's difficult to pick up the ball with the low lights. Saved a certain boundary.
Kept him quiet for 2 deliveries. And then he opens himself out a good stretch, getting right to the pitch of the ball. That was going like a bullet. Brilliant work down in the deep from Jayawardene.
Big appeal, Billy Bowden thinks about it, and the cricket finger goes up. Murli picks up a wicket. His first on this tour.
It was the Dusra again. It also brings up the 50th wicket for Muralidharan against the Indians. It pitched around leg stump. That certainly was the Dusra. And Murli just screaming his appeal, and umpire Billy Bowden this time says yes, it's going on, possibly to hit the leg stump. And so Yadav, after 19 deliveries and making 19 runs, goes back to the pavilion. India then 115 for 2.
Big appeal, Sangakkara is convinced. Tendulkar stands his ground. And Billy Bowden unmoved.
The expression on the fielders is that it did touch Billy Bowden. With a smile on his face, says no. It looked like it brushed the glove on the way.
And he answers it in style, going straight down the ground, picking up a run, remaining not out on 67. It's yet another emphatic win for India over Sri Lanka. We've done it again. This time winning the toss and deciding to bowl first. Bowled out Sri Lanka for 122. And they've got there for the loss of 2 wickets. Very happy bunch of young cricketers. The Indians, Sri Lankans will be disappointed with the outing, but the crowd gathered in big numbers would love this Indian victory. They needed it and they've got it. And 123 was the target. They got there without any problem. Sehwag getting 38. Tendulkar and Sehwag putting on 80 for the first wicket. Tendulkar remaining unbeaten with yet another good knock. 70 coming off just 69 deliveries. Yadav promoted at number 3 to get some practice.